One.
Hello!
Hello!
And welcome back to the HobbyLink Japan live stream, HLJ Live for short. Not even a blizzard could stop us from arriving at this live stream today. Isn't that right, Georgia?
It's true, it took us many hours to get in this morning. We were hit with a very sudden, unexpected blizzard, but we made it here eventually. So...
Heavy snow in the Tokyo area. Of course, we came from our main office, based far away from Tokyo, but there was lots of snow and it was really difficult for us to get in, but we made it and we're here, ready to take New Jersey to the altar. Isn't that right, George?
That is right. I'm really excited to show you this figure. It's absolutely beautiful. As soon as we saw it in the warehouse, we knew we simply had to show it off. So we're really excited to do that today.
And in addition to just showing you this figure today, we actually have a special offer for the figure that we can give to you, the viewer, right now. And so we're gonna start by unboxing the figure. And then if we've got some time, we might also show some other stuff we picked up lately and talk about various figures available on the HobbyLink Japan website. And so yeah, it's going to be a fun time. Let's see who's in the chat. We got Ragnarok043 in the chat. Thank you, Ragnarok.
Thanks for watching.
So, should we begin the unboxing process?
We shall. So before we dive in, have you ever played Azur Lane, Adam?
Actually, I've dabbled in Azur Lane a few times. I can't say I've necessarily been a consistent player of Azur Lane, but it's one of those, popular mobile games that I think here in Japan especially stays really consistently popular. And in terms of our figure selection on HLJ.com, the Azur Lane selection lineup range, these are really popular with our customers, so we think you're going to enjoy this today, maybe.
Definitely will. And this figure is depicting the beautiful New Jersey in her wonderful wedding attire. Now, I will say, New Jersey is not my favorite. Confession up front. Now, I do like her because I love her, kind of more leading personality she has with the commander, but she is not my favorite. Personally, I have two favorite ships.
Two favorites?
I have two favorites, yeah. My first and main favorite is Brest because I love the illustrator, Kurumi. So she has this, I don't know if you're familiar with that character, Adam, but she's got this, absolutely gorgeous design. Okay, thank goodness. And then my second favorite is Miss Golden Hind.
Golden Hind?
Golden Hind. Do you know the ship that she's based on?
I do not know the ship she is based on.
You don't? Golden Hind was Francis Drake's ship.
Really?
Yes. And both Adam and I are British, and there is a beautiful replica of Golden Hind in London on the River Thames.
I feel like, as a British person, maybe I should have known that.
You should
I'm sorry that I didn't.
Yeah, quite frankly.
For anyone out there who's wondering what exactly we're talking about, Azur Lane is a mobile game where the female characters are actually based on various different ship designs, battleships, warships from throughout the ages. And this is New Jersey, which of course is based on
New Jersey, who is actually the second ship to be named after New Jersey.
Yes.
Fun fact.
Is it heavy?
Yes, this is a big. Well, she's heavy for me. She's a big figure, big box, big girl. So really excited to go ahead and pull this out.
But the scale of this figure is really truly incredible, right? I mean, This is huge, and this is one of the biggest figures we actually have in our warehouse right now. So if you're looking for a really impressive display piece, this is the one. Especially if you're an Azur Lane fan.
Okay. She is so large, I'm a little nervous about pulling her out the box.
You may have to slide it
Might
across.
have to slide it, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get a bit creative with this one. Okay. I'm gonna very gently tilt her down for you.
Goodness.
Please be careful with my wife. There is a marriage certificate included in this box, so I believe we are bound legally.
There's a marriage certificate?
Yeah.
A marriage certificate?
Yes. Okay, alright, she's out. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the box over here, so that's out the way. Okay. Is it just me? I absolutely love the smell of new figures.
New figure plastic.
Yes, it smells really good.
It's got a great smell.
Yes. Okay, so this item actually comes with 2 really cool special features. So the first one is the marriage certificate that I talked about earlier, and the second one is this little acrylic stand here.
Can we see that marriage certificate?
Yeah, it's on the side.
I want to know, you know, legally what it is that I'm buying into.
All right. I'll start with the acrylic, with the. It's a legally binding document, Georgia. Be careful. If I lose this, I lose everything. I show it off actually, sorry, I was a bit too eager. There we go.
And get it on the one as well.
On the close-up. Look at that. Look at the little bow. Oh my gosh, what a gorgeous item to have.
Yeah. And immediately, you know, I can see there's in addition to the scenery, the base, and we've actually got a few different facial expressions here as well. So in addition to her kind of standard, I guess you would call it marital expression, we also have a kind of a winking expression, and then we've got a kind of embarrassed looking, 2 kind of embarrassed looking eyes, blushing face, you know. And then we've got
she's a blushing bride.
2 kind of sparkly eyed face here as well, with the mouth open. And each of these faces actually have the earring accessories included as well. So there's a lot of different, you know,
now, if
features.
you collect scale figures, you'll know this, but sometimes they have the earrings as separate pieces, and that drives me crazy because I always drop them. So these are they're all on there, they're all attached, so they're good to go.
Absolutely.
Can you have a quick close-up of this gorgeous marriage certificate, please? Look at that! Oh my goodness!
So, if you buy this figure, I guess that means you're legally, officially married to Azur Lane's New Jersey. Which, I mean, that's not a bad position to be in, right? For the price of this figure, I'm glad that it includes a marriage, you know.
Yeah, I mean, when we were talking about this figure, that was the one thing that kept coming up, right, was the price point. Like, this is definitely a luxury figure.
Right.
But as soon as you open it, it's like, you can really see why. I mean, even just with the marriage certificate, you know, it's made of this beautiful, thick quality. And we've got this gorgeous acrylic stand as well. Get a little close up on that one.
Without even opening the plastic, you can tell the detail in this figure. So if you go ahead and start uncasing the plastic here, I'm gonna take a look at the comments.
I'm so nervous.
So Willy Wonka says, "Wow, that's a huge box. Ching on the shipping fare to North America." Well, it's surprising that you say that, Mr. Willy Wonka, because actually we have a special deal just for you, which is if you ship this figure right now and use the coupon code AzurBride5, and there's a pinned comment in the comment section, you can actually get 5% off your shipping fee. And that will apply to everything in the cart as well.
Everything in the cart? It's not
everything in the cart. So if you buy this figure, everything in the cart, you get 5% off. So that's a good opportunity, I think, if you were going to acquire this figure anyway. And then, of course, we've got Summer Gun talking about the New Jersey Oath skin. Nice waiting for Nagato 1. They say British, so it's Royal Navy.
You're so right. You are so right.
So I think we're going to need to.
This is a.
Sellotape
there we
this side.
All right. Whew. Sorry about that, everybody. This is a very sturdy figure. Like, she is packaged in there.
So we might want to move the base across to the front here, so that.
Move it out of the way.
Move it over this side.
I just want to take a minute to. Can we acknowledge how stunning this base is? Like,
it's huge.
This is crazy. Like the detailing on the stairs.
We got nice ornate marble staircase here.
This is stunning.
I assume this is marble. I don't know much about masonry.
Yeah, it definitely looks like marble. And there's that. Oh man! And look at the flowers on the back.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's stunning.
This is.
I'm having such a good time.
This might be the most expensive figure I've ever opened.
Oh, it definitely is for me, yeah.
Definitely the most premium figure I've ever opened.
It's just really, you can really tell though, like everything is just so beautifully put together.
Yeah. So we're in the middle of the unboxing process right now, and as you can see, we're actually having some fun with opening this box.
Fun is not the word I would use.
Fun is not
I'm
the word you would use.
stressed.
It's the word I would use. And if you buy this figure, you can have that same fun experience at home, removing lots of different plastic.
Right, we're almost in. Our wife is here. Okay.
We've uncorked it.
Uncorked the wife.
Whoa.
She's eager. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm just gonna put this down because I have to pick her up right now. Oh my god, look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. I need a minute. I need to just process what I'm looking at right now. Okay, right. So, whew, she has the most beautiful transparent, like you can see my hand through it. Like I know in the original illustrations it's transparent, but personally I'm a big sucker for when figures have a lot of transparency on them. Yeah. And this one has that beautiful opaque lacing.
You've got this amazing translucent plastic, both in the hair and on the dress in general. And as soon as you look at this figure, you can really see all of the detail and effort that's gone into the craftsmanship. And maybe we can get this over on the one there as well.
Yeah, let's get this one. I think
we
you
just
need
move the base out the way.
This figure is too big for our desk. Let's get a little close up of her so you can see how gorgeous her dress is. Look at that! Oh my gosh!
And whilst we're on the one, let's get this base out.
Yeah, let's get it free.
So we're going to need to remove this plastic layer here.
There we go. Off in one.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, let's pop
and then
that
let's
over
also
there.
move this plastic out the way so we can start to put this whole thing together.
Plastic.
Yeah.
Plastic on plastic on plastic. Okay, look at this. Oh. Okay, I have to be honest. This is my favourite figure base of all time. I've said it. I've gone there.
It's your favourite of all time?
This is my favourite. Name a better figure base than this one.
I can't. Ladies
Exactly.
and gentlemen, the best figure base of all time, perhaps.
Perhaps. If you disagree, tell me.
The GOAT figure base. Some might say.
I've got all this paper to open up. Whilst I do this, do you want to see if anyone's saying anything in the chat?
So, Action Arcade Unleashed says, this figure is beautiful based on the game.
Yes.
He's absolutely right.
The artwork
absolutely
in
right.
Azur Lane is stunning.
Yeah.
Every single illustration is beautiful. Like, they never miss, I swear.
It's the same thing with the anniversary box certificate of marriage with the ships.
Yes. You guys know what
Eluge
you're
says,
talking
hello,
about.
good morning / afternoon. It is, well, technically afternoon for us, isn't that right?
It is technically afternoon, yeah. It was such a long, blizzardy morning.
Now, what's this piece you've got here?
Well, she's missing her beautiful bridal veil, of course. So this
Really?
is what this is going to be. Yeah, of course. So again, beautifully transparent, and these adorable little bunny ears and the accessories. Oh my gosh. Definitely going to need another close-up on this one, I think. The bow is so nice. Such a... Oh my goodness. Like, they've captured every detail, like, so beautifully. Look at that! Oh my gosh, look at how it's shiny.
Are you going to go ahead and place the veil?
I am sorry,
Perhaps we should start to put this whole thing together.
Yeah, let's get her assembled. Sorry everybody, too busy gushing over the individual parts. Now the biggest question is going to be, where are we going to put her when she's set up?
Can I trust you with the assembly process?
I'm scared. Yes, of course. Okay, looks like we just got a hole in her. If you're wondering, there are instructions that come with this. I have neglected to look at them. This is entirely my own fault.
Summer Gun says, low angle shot for the New Jersey figure, please. Need to confirm something. Summer Gun.
And what would you be confirming?
What would you
Summer
be
Gun?
confirming? Summer Gun.
I do
What would you be
believe,
confirming?
for Summer Gun specifically, I'm sure no one else is wondering this, I do believe that the dress is removable.
Oh, okay.
I believe. Do you want to give that a go?
Well, not yet. We can wait until we've assembled it.
Okay.
But maybe we can get you your low angle shot later, Summer Gun. Maybe. We might. have that
Yeah,
capability.
that depends what's going on. There may be YouTube may not let us. Okay, there we go. Whoa, look at that. Oh my goodness.
Okay,
me.
so step 1, we've got her on the staircase. Step 2 will be to attach the veil.
Okay,
and then we can go to the one for another close-up when we've done that.
Quick note about the veil. It looks like there's a little magnet in here, so it should just pop on nice and easy to the top of her head, theoretically. Magnetized.
Electromagnetic technology in your figures. The world is truly a remarkable place.
Yeah, that just snaps right on. That's super easy. It's sturdy too. That's staying in place. Oh my gosh, look.
It's incredible. So let's move it over here for the one.
I'm gonna get some action shots going.
And as you can see, there's just remarkable detail all over this figure. The craftsmanship is truly something. Even on the side of the figure that you cannot see, there's this amazing flower arrangement in front of the staircase, in front of the banister, I suppose. And you can see all of the ornate detail, the embroidery essentially on the dress and on the veil as well. And as you move up the figure, you can see the translucent blue, and you can see the very delicate details gone into the flower bouquet that she's holding as well.
There's a little
Small bit of plastic there. We got it.
She's free.
Ladies and gentlemen, Azur Lane, New Jersey. And if you buy this figure on the site right now, use the code AzurBride5, you will get 5% off the shipping on everything in your cart, including this figure, but everything in the cart. And Summer Gun, we can get you that low angle shot later in the stream.
We promise.
If you promise to buy the figure right now. Summer Gun. Maybe you already own it.
Maybe
you wouldn't
he
be
needs
asking
to
for
see.
he wouldn't be asking for the low angle shot.
He needs
right?
a low angle shot before he can commit to the purchase. I think that's the situation, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Summer Gun, can you confirm in the chat if we get you that shot, will you buy the figure? It's a good question, right?
So why don't you have a little look at some of these faces a bit more?
Yeah, let's take a look at the face pieces. And
you want to customize your wife to your...
Right, you got the marriage certificate. I mean, then it's all up to you, isn't it? So we've got the face pieces.
Let's have a look at those up close. These are so nice. Personally, that's my favourite, I think. I love her big sparkly eyes. Like, it's so sweet.
So in addition to the sparkly eyes piece, we got a embarrassed piece here. And we got a more calm, neutral expression. So these are the additional faces that you're going to get with the figure. Of course, they're just there, included in the box. In addition to the huge scenery and the amazing banister and staircase kind of base setup that we've got here. In addition to the marvelous figure itself, you can also customize the face to your liking.
Can we actually try swapping out one of the face plates? I want to see how easy it is to do. Sometimes figures are a little bit...
I'm not sure.
You scared to disassemble it again?
Yes. But we're getting a low angle shot right now, or we're setting up a low angle shot, or a lower angle shot. Shame, but already booked for Marion Nikkei.
Oh, Nikkei stan.
So it seems like Summer Gun has committed to another figure pre-order and therefore cannot purchase this figure.
This is your wife, man. She's
Willy
devastated.
Wonka says, BF to GF, I need your lower shot before I can commit. Well...
No comment!
Sometimes that's the kind of arrangement you get into. I'm not here to judge anyone in the chat. I'm just glad you're all here, you know?
Me too, I'm glad we can all hang
of you
out.
watching right now. Whoever's in the chat and you're silent right now, please drop us a comment so we can have some nice back and forth.
Yeah, please do. I think one thing about working at HLJ, everybody has hobbies, everybody loves hobby goods, but everybody loves different hobby goods. So there's only a few of us who are really, really into figures. So please talk to us, because I want to gush about figures with somebody.
Right. So, Willy Wonka says, "Oh Lord," a laughing emoji, a rolling on the floor laughing emojis, from what I can tell. So, people in the chat right now, what do you think of this? I think this is a really impressive figure, and for everything included, I think it's well worth the price.
One thing I think, honestly, the camera isn't really quite picking up, but there's a lot of transparency in the hairpiece as well, which I personally absolutely love in my figures. Just a little bit around the face and on the bit towards on the marble stairs, which just really makes her feel like she's a part of the scene, you know?
Right.
It's really, really beautiful.
This is not just a figure that has been sloppily placed
No.
on an intricately crafted base. This is all one scene. It all flows together in that way.
You can like picture her walking up the aisle and kind of tentatively looking back nervously.
Yeah,
like it's very sweet. To the commander, you know.
To the commander.
Yeah. That's the scene.
I guess so.
He doesn't get it.
Summer Gun says, "Have an oath, New Jersey. I'm more IJN ship others." I'm not really sure what that means, but I appreciate your comment. Definitely a centerpiece to anybody's collection, Ragnarok says. I agree,
sure.
Ragnarok. Ragnarok, do you have this figure, or are you interested in picking it up? Let us know.
This is the kind of thing that, like, if you go to someone's house and they have it displayed, you're going to have to stop and look at it. Like, this is a beautiful figure in person. Like, it's just such a strong presence, you know?
Beyond being a strong presence, I think if you're into Azur Lane, and maybe if you're specifically into New Jersey, the character, really into New Jersey, the character, this is the figure to get of New Jersey specifically.
Absolutely. I mean, New Jersey also has that bunny girl figure, doesn't she? Which I also absolutely love, which is also absolutely massive, by the way. Yeah. Now, I'm going to be honest, I love bunny girls. I personally collect a lot of bunny girl figures. That's the main thing that I collect, aside from Hatsune Miku figures, and a lot of Hatsune Miku bunny figures as well. So when I saw the New Jersey bunny, I thought that's going to be my favourite for sure. But I actually think I like this one a little bit more. I think just a smidge more. There's just something about it, like the way the scene comes together, that this is... I absolutely love.
Sky Chan says, "The lace detail is so pretty."
Yes, absolutely. The lace is what really sticks out. Like, it's, you know, it's so tactile. It's beautiful. They put so much love and care into building this lace on top of each other. Look at that. Look at how some of it is white and some of it is cream. Like, it's so nice. The dimension is just wonderful.
Shiki MX says, "Looks like a fine table decor to me."
You know what? I completely agree. I think it should be the centerpiece if you have like your family round for Christmas dinner.
No. This should be the centerpiece at your wedding. At someone's wedding. Can you imagine?
To New Jersey or?
To anyone.
To anyone.
If this was at a wedding, wouldn't that be fun?
You know what it would be?
You have it on the table, on the cake.
On the cake?
I don't know.
30,000 yen figure is on top of a cake. Honestly, yeah, I agree.
So, Ragnarok says, "I'm more of a Baltimore fan." Well, maybe maybe there's Baltimore figures you can buy. Right now we're talking about New Jersey, but...
Now, I have to say, out of the two, I actually do also like Baltimore more than New Jersey. Sorry.
I love the details on this lovely character, Slytherin Reviews says.
You are so right, Slytherin Reviews. The details are really what makes it, honestly. Like, just... the more you look, the more you find, which I absolutely love.
Yeah. And, you know, especially, like, I really like the metallic details on this figure. So, on the kind of the veil with the bunny ears, the metallic details especially are really, really shiny. You can see that right here. Maybe the light is picking it up. The glare, the shine on each of these metallic pieces on the veil, really, really intricate and detailed. And that actually also applies to the jewellery she's wearing as well.
Can we take a minute to appreciate the like color shift in her veil? Like when you're turning it around, you're getting like a little bit of blue and purple, just like really subtle. It's like really tiny bit of like iridescence.
So you can see that same metallic detail on her arm here. I'm not really sure what you would necessarily call this, but this piece she's wearing on her arm. Don't ask me, I don't know. It's really metallic, much like the pieces on the veil as well. So the review says, I'm into Gundam, Kamen Rider, Sentai, Pokemon model kits. Love the details on the Nintendo Amiibo characters as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, so of course, if you tuned into our live stream last week, we were talking about Machine and Krieger. But right now, we're talking about New Jersey.
I'm also a Kamen Rider enjoyer. My favorite is Build. What is your favorite Kamen Rider?
Yeah, let us know in the chat so they're reviews.
If it's not Build. Wrong.
Right. So, we could actually try swapping out the face pieces, maybe.
Let me put the sparkly one on. I want to put the sparkly one on.
Okay.
This is so cute. Like she's looking back and she's like super happy to see the commander. Like I love that. I love that.
So we're going to be careful with this, right? We've got to very gradually remove the veil.
I am scared.
Let's bring it into the middle.
Okay. Now it is metallic, so it should just pop right off. Yep. Yep. Nice and easy. Gonna pop her on the plastic. Keep her safe. All right. Ooh. Man, she is dense.
Is it time for that low angle shot?
No, that one was for me. As I said, I'm 100% sure this does come off, but I'm not like... Oh.
Be careful.
It does. It does in fact come off. I'm a bit nervous about taking it all the way, but this is for that. This is for you, backshot guy.
Let's get the one.
There we go.
Be careful when you're holding it, of course, but yes, the dress is removable. So you can see her legs and back.
Perfect. Now let's get her redressed.
So Shiki MX asks, is it as tall as MGEX? Maybe around that kind of size, Shiki. Esteban says nice.
What part's nice?
Mark Tater Mike 456 Esteban said nice.
Nice.
Summer Gun says there we go.
You're welcome, Summer Gun.
You're welcome, Summer Gun.
That was especially
now
for you.
You can purchase the figure, right? You can buy it.
I do believe that was the
deal.
deal.
And you can use the code AzurBride5 and then you'll get 5% off the shipping as well. And so now currently we're going to change out one of the face pieces. So the review says, you're talking about the armband that she is wearing, and Kamen Rider Build is one of my faves, but my top fave is Kamen Rider Gaim because of the story of friends turning against each other.
Oh.
Well, that was a wild ride from start to finish.
That's not where I thought that was going to go.
Woody
I love
Wonka says,
betrayal.
heavens, lower angle shot. All right, I'm sold. Please take my USD. We will happily take
Thank
your USD.
you.
Head to the pinned comment and you can find this figure on sale. Use the code AzurBride5 and you get 5% off.
So I am happy to report the faceplates, very easy to swap out. It's not fiddly at all. They just slip right in, slip right out. Nice and easy. Boom. All right.
Excellent. So which face have we changed it to actually?
We've changed it to the cute sparkly eyes because that is my favorite.
Nice.
There we go. I believe she's back on.
Excellent.
Considering all the details and intricacies in this figure, she's very easy to assemble, with one exception, and that's putting her on the marble. You have to be it's a little fiddly. Alright, gotta get her veil back on. Come on, she's a bride.
What's a wedding day without a veil?
Exactly. Alright, there we go.
So now we have changed the face piece to one of the alternate faces. This is the open mouth face expression. And I think the eyes are like a little bit sparklier.
Yeah, they're much sparklier.
They are more sparkly, is what they are.
Much sparklier. You heard that here first.
So Summer Gun says, I'm happy to use the code when Mari and Nikke figure arrive, instant ship alongside with Modernia in my private warehouse. Well, that's good to hear, Summer Gun. We're pleased to serve you. And yeah, as you can see with this face piece, this alternate face piece here, it was easy to change, right?
Super easy, super
easy. You just pop off the front hair piece, and then you pop out the face piece, pop the new face piece in, put the hair back on, put the veil back on, put it back on the base, you've changed the expression. So on your wedding day, when you're displaying this to your guests, you can change the expression to suit the vibe, the mood.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So like, depending on when it is in the wedding, you can change. Okay,
right.
That's a good idea.
LT Poedy 66 says, would have thought the face was going to be the fave. Oh, the embarrassed face. The
See, now this one's really cute.
Actually wasn't sure how to verbalize their emoticon. You want to get the one?
I do want to get the close-up on this one. This one. I mean, it's very cute, but I will say, I really love the illustration on the eyes for this character. Like, they are really, really nice. Like, there's so much, like, depth to them.
Yeah.
So I really will have to display her with the eyes open, I think, this time. Even though that figure is so cute, that face is so cute even.
Alongside the marriage certificate as well. And I think, you know, there's the acrylic stand as well.
Yeah, I showed
already?
it off very briefly earlier. But what I don't think I really captured the first time round is, like, there's a lot of depth to this. I don't even know if the camera catches it. Like, so she's on, like, the front part of the acrylic, and then the background is on the back. So, like, it has a lot of, like, kind of, like, depth to it, if that makes sense. Which I'm a really big fan of. Now, personally, I'm a huge acrylic stand person. Anyone who has ever had the misfortune of being at my desk at work will know that I have literally loads and loads of acrylic stands. So she is going to join their ranks.
Mostly Hatsune Miku acrylic stands, is that right?
Yes, almost 100% Miku.
But maybe some other characters as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few, but it's mainly Miku. 90% of my collection is Miku, but
now you've added this wonderful New Jersey bride to your collection, essentially.
I have, yeah. It was, and I will say I was on the fence because it's 30,000 yen, which is more expensive than I usually go for. I'm more of an Nendroid girly. I like my prize figures.
Right.
But as I said, it was only after seeing this figure in person and the details of the lace and the dress and the face, and I was like, okay, yeah, I have to have her.
Right. Shiki MX says, can you marry her? I mean, already a bride, save some time. I mean, yeah, it comes with the marriage certificate.
It comes with the marriage certificate,
It comes with the marriage certificate. When you buy the figure...
How much more official could it possibly get?
You've already married them, basically.
Yeah.
This is legal. This is a legally binding document. What more do you need?
It is not legally binding. But what I will say as well is, like, this actually has, like, plastic on it, so you can keep it nice and safe. Because I do know that there can be a bit of anxiety when it comes to shipping, you know, paper products, just in case there's rain or anything, but this will stay nice and safe, so you don't need to worry.
Right. So maybe a bit of glare on the shiny parts of this. This is actually a very shiny certificate overall.
Yeah, because it's got the plastic on it.
Yeah. And we'll get the one on this as well.
And I'm definitely the type who's going to keep that in the plastic. I want to keep it nice.
So this marriage certificate, the booklet kind of folds out like this, and you can see here it's really shiny, so that the light is catching it, and it's got some plastic wrap on it as well. But you can see that we've got this full color illustration, this amazing illustration of New Jersey in this figure design, and then we've got the official certificate of marriage here, written out in a nice cursive font with a shiny embossed border. So there's a lot of detail to this, and actually it would make a really great thing to display alongside. It's got like this kind of faux wax seal and the Azur Lane logo also embossed in a shiny font there. And you could display this alongside the figure nice and easy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for me, I have to. Like, This is a
Right.
big part of it for me. I think the accessories that it comes with are so nice. Like, I don't think I'll probably display the acrylic stand separately. As I said, I think this one's going to join me at work so that she can be with me all the time, and then she can go at home in a big centerpiece position.
She can go at home.
Yeah, because we're married.
For the home.
For the home.
Yeah.
This one's for the home.
So, Summer Gun says, I have the marriage certificates I got with the Imperial Japanese Navy anniversary box. So yeah, bruh, you're married in game, and with that figures, haha.
Hell yeah.
Willy Wonka says, now where can I buy the complete background prop? This is the figure. This is the complete figure.
Yeah. It comes with it.
You don't need to buy any other background pieces, unless you're talking about something in our background, in which case, I don't know is the answer to that question.
Yeah, this is like absolutely my favorite part of this figure. Like, I don't think I've ever seen. If you're just joining us, earlier on I said that this was the best base I've ever seen for a figure, which I stand by. It is absolutely stunning. It's really sturdy.
Yeah.
I was a little bit worried that it was going to be like a flimsy plastic. It's not. It's this. This is nice. This is really high quality. The marbling looks beautiful. It is plastic, not real marble, so it doesn't weigh a literal ton, but it really does look like marble, especially from a short distance. So this is lovely.
Actually, that's one of the things I was maybe most surprised about with this figure is how accurate the marble kind of stonework detail looks, and just in general how impressive this base and the dress and stuff, how it all comes together as a figure. And yeah, I think it's really impressive. But perhaps we've spoken about it for long enough now.
I did bring some other figures with me.
Yeah?
Can I show some others off?
Sure. We can move on to those in a second. But just to recap, Azur Lane, New Jersey, Snow White Ceremony version, you will be able to get 5% off shipping everything in your cart if you use the code AzurBride5 at the checkout. So, yeah. This figure, really impressive overall. If you had to rate it out of 10, what would you rate it?
Are you kidding? This is a 10.
It's a 10?
I'm going to say it's a 10. This is one of the nicest figures I've ever unboxed.
Yeah.
She is absolutely stunning. There's nothing that I'm looking at where I'm going, oh, I wish they had done this differently.
Right,
if you know what I mean? And that's normally the thing for me. When I'm spending a lot of money on a figure, I want to love every aspect of it. And I love every aspect of this figure. So, it's a 10. What about you? What are you giving it?
Just to be contrarian, I'm going to give it a 9.
Well, someone always has to be difficult, I suppose. All right. Shall we give her one last close up before we put her away? I don't know where that's going to be. She's huge.
We can keep it on the table for now whilst we review the other figure.
I'll tell you what I haven't thought about.
What's that?
And I'm just realising is that we have to get her back to where we live in Tochigi.
That's okay. We'll figure it out.
Yep. Can I use the shipping discount?
I'm sure you can find a way.
Yes.
So if there's anyone else in the chat right now, 29 people watching, 30 people watching. We're going to move on to a different figure in a minute, but this is just one final close-up of the Azur Lane, New Jersey Snow White Ceremony figure, available now at HobbyLink Japan, HLJ.com. We've got in the pinned comment, we've got a link to the product, and we've also got a 5% off shipping code. If you put this into your basket and use that code, you'll get 5% off all of the shipping for that entire order. So that's a great deal. This is a big figure, so the shipping is going to be quite expensive on it, so you want to save that money. And you'll save money on everything you're shipping if you use that code, so it's excellent. Definitely get on that. The only thing I wish about this figure is to have the money to buy and ship it, says Shiki MX.
There you go, ship code.
Ship code. That's going to save you money.
Yep.
And actually, you know, if you want, you can store it in the private warehouse as well for up to 6 months free storage.
Absolutely, take advantage of that.
And you can ship it at a later date, should you choose to.
How long does the Azur Lane shipping code last for, Adam?
So that lasts until the end of this month, actually.
There you go, a bit of time.
So all throughout March, you can ship this product and ship it at a 5% discount for that shipping fee. But Shiki, if you want this, you know, as I always say, treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Right. So we're going to move on now to Figma Link. I'm going to take a seat.
I bought 2 figures with me.
Let's start with Figma Link.
Okay. So, for a little context, for the viewers, I bought 2 figures with me. I brought Figma Link, and I also bought a Miku Nendroid, just in case. So,
as you may know, Link from Legend of Zelda series has had an array of different figure releases. And so we're also going to talk about Figma Link Tears of the Kingdom version today. And Tears of the Kingdom is, of course, last year's Legend of Zelda release. Really fantastic game, long anticipated follow-up to Breath of the Wild. And so we are going to take a look at this Figma and what it offers, because we also have this in stock available today. So,
all right, before I dive in, quick question for you, Adam and the chat.
Yes.
What's your favourite Zelda game? What's your number one? Because
what's my favourite Zelda game?
Yeah.
Ooh. Link to the Past.
Link to the Past.
Ocarina of Time is another
Classic.
good one. But I really enjoyed Tears of the Kingdom as well, actually.
See, now, my absolute favourite is the Minish Cap. Please.
That's a contrarian pick.
Please tell me if you're in the chat and the Minish Cap is your favourite Zelda game. Please tell me, because I haven't met a single other person who appreciates the Minish Cap like I do. So, originally, when the Breath of the Wild was announced, honestly, I did not like Link's new design.
You didn't like it?
No, because I was so used to, his green tunic and his little hat, and the blue really threw me off. I was like, that's not my boy. However, I'm happy to report my attitude has changed over the years, and now it feels almost sacrilegious to say this.
Right.
But I do think Tears of the Kingdom Link is my favourite design, which is why I caved and I got
This is your favourite design?
Of Link, yeah.
Of Link.
Not overall of all time, but of Link. This is my favourite design.
Summer Gun says, movable figure. I'm kind of scared to pose those kind of figures. Feels like they are so fragile. Well, Summer Gun, you'll be pleased to know that they're actually not fragile. Figmas in general have actually a very sturdy build quality, I would say.
Yeah, Figmas are good. If you're somebody who you want to pose your figure several times and you're going to be touching it and moving it, I do think Figmas are a good choice. There are definitely some brands that are a little bit more fragile, but Figma is quite sturdy, honestly. And in fact, I'll pick him up. I'll give him a wiggle right now so you can kind of see what I mean. Here he is, fresh out of the box.
And this figure, we're still setting up on the one there, but this figure I think has a really remarkable.
Take his plastic off.
Yeah, let's get the plastic off.
Let's free him.
So this is a really good
so
attempt at creating recreating the art style of Tears of the Kingdom. And we do have that one now, so let's bring it back.
All right, hold on. Let me get the plastic off. I've started this. I'm going to commit now. Yeah, it does. It really does. I mean, again, another thing with Breath of the Wild that originally took me a little minute to get used to was the art style, because it is very unique, right, in comparison to other Zelda games. But this Figma, it captures it so beautifully. Right.
It
and I really think does.
In general, I'm cautious about buying action figures that have they don't necessarily always capture stylized art designs perfectly.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
But Figma, I think, has really, I think they've nailed it with this Figma, Good Smile Company.
Yeah.
And they usually do when it comes to Figmas.
Here he is.
Especially now. Let's get him in a normal pose. This Figma here, actually it has a lot of intricate details in the outfit, in the expression, in the hair.
Turn him around, show off his bow and arrows.
Right, you've got the quiver here for the arrows, you've got little pouches. And you actually can see the Zonai battery packs from the Tears of the Kingdom game. They're stored here. So this is one of the new design features of this compared to Breath of the Wild Link. And also his arm here. Of course, he's got the Zonai arm that he acquires at the beginning of the game. And that's excellently created here. And he's got the classic, the blue champion's tunic, and all sorts of details, right?
It looks like we're getting a lot of questions about how fragile his posing is going to be, his joint. So why don't we give him a little wiggle? Show him
so
off.
in general, you know, we've got good articulation on this Figma. Exactly what you would expect from the Figma brand.
I will say as well, with Figma, they're usually quite forgiving if you do accidentally pull something out. It doesn't break the figure, you can just pop it right back in.
Right.
For me personally, some of my very first figures were Figma, so I was in my early teens back then, and not very careful, and all of them have survived. So.
Right. But why don't we get him equipped with some gear?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so obviously this figure comes with his beautiful cape, which is fabric. Here it is. Blah, 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 blah.
You go ahead and apply that cape
I will
for him.
apply it right now. How do I... Okay. I think I might have to behead him for this. There we go. You see what I mean? Pops right out, easy peasy, no problem.
Yeah.
Nothing is broken. I just want to take a minute to acknowledge his hairstyle in this. I love it. 10 out of 10.
Slytherin Reviews asks, are those Zonite batteries painted detailed? Yes, they are. They've got a nice luminous green effect on them. So of course in the Tears of the Kingdom game, you collect the Zonite batteries. They act as kind of charges for the different devices that you build, but also various abilities you can use in the game. Yes, they are painted
More
and
than
detailed.
just paint. There is like some extra sculpting like on them as
there's sculpting. We've got a little bit of shading going on here, a little bit of highlight on the Zonite batteries.
That's a big part of this figure in general. Like all of this is sculpted. This isn't just paint, you know?
Right.
This is a very like textural figure, which I absolutely love. Like when you hold him, like you can really feel, you know, his outfit has so much detail and depth to it.
Right. So we're just applying the cape now.
Bear with me. Oh yeah, there he is. Pop his head back on. Easy peasy.
We got the cape in action.
Cape in effect. Cape in effect.
Cape in effect.
See what I mean? This is a sturdy figure.
Yeah.
I'm out here wiggling him around, and he's in one piece. He's perfectly fine. And I just pulled his head off, right? I just pulled his head off.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere.
Be careful.
Yeah. He doubts me. I don't.
do.
I don't. He is completely fine. He's very poseable.
Right. Why don't we go ahead and equip the Master Sword?
Yes. Sorry, I was getting too excited
And
with
shield,
this cape and shield. Yeah.
So
I'm
of
not really
course
sure how these
this
attach.
Figma comes with various hand pieces. There's an additional face piece as well, but one of the big draws of this particular version is the shield and the Master Sword weapon accessories. So we're going to go ahead and figure out how to equip those now.
Focus on figure out.
Right.
This is such a beautifully detailed and complicated Figma.
Yeah.
All of these have attachment pieces on them.
Right.
So there's like little pieces of plastic. So these are going to slot onto him somewhere.
Yeah,
So I just need to figure out where that somewhere is.
Mm-hmm.
Is this here maybe?
Summer Gun says, okay, I'll try it. Hope me luck. We wish you the best of luck, Summer Gun.
I'm going to give that to you, and I'm going to take his hands out.
All right.
You figure that bit out.
All right.
Oh, he also comes with 2 extra faces as well. There's not a huge variation in expression for him because it's Link, you know. But we have a very cute, like passive little smiling face, and we have a screaming face doing his iconic, probably. See if I can get those in the close-up. There they are. Oh, there they were before I rolled them around. There we go.
Excellent.
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 And we have a bunch of hands to swap out as well.
Right.
So I'm just going to go ahead and grab those. And also the stand, which I have not yet unboxed. Please forgive me, I was too excited. Honestly, I am over the moon to have this figure. He looks absolutely stunning in person. Oh, if you didn't know, because I know there's a couple of Figma newbies in the chat, all Figmas come with these little bags so that you can store the loose parts in them and you can write the name of your Figma on there so you know which one is
so
which.
We've got the little Master Sword here. So we're going to need a kind of one gripping handpiece for the Master Sword.
Okay, I think I can see him.
Yeah. So of course, Figma, you know, generally the accessories that come with Figma are really detailed, but actually I'm really impressed with this shield, the Hylian shield. I think what we get with the Hylian shield here is, of course, we've got the classic design, but the way in which the details are painted here actually are really impressive.
So Shiki asked how come he doesn't have more expressions. I think that's more down to Link's character.
Yeah.
He's not super expressive in general.
Right.
He's usually quite a neutral guy.
Yeah.
Even when he's facing
Yeah.
the most horrific circumstances, he's like...
Shiki MX asks, that Link looks fine, not a huge figure fan, how's the pose capability? What I want the new G-Cux model kits, nothing to do but wait. So the pose capability of this figure is actually exactly what you would expect from Figma in general. And, you know, we've got really good articulation in the arms and the legs. And I'm going to equip the Hylian shield and the Master Sword for you now.
He is also freestanding as well. He's not on his stand yet.
Right.
Personally, that's a big figure collecting pet peeve if my figure can't stand freely if necessary. That's just a personal thing though. I don't think everyone minds that, but I personally,
Right.
I like that flexibility.
Right. And I believe we have to remove a piece.
We're gonna have to open the instructions on this.
Typically the edge of the handle.
There are
Maybe
very
removable.
detailed instructions, so if you struggle with it like I am, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
So we can take off the cape and we can put the sword on his back, which is pretty
like
cool.
this?
Yeah, we can put it. Yeah. Hold on, let me behead him.
In the sheath.
In the sheath, yeah.
Like this?
Yeah. It goes in the sheath.
Nice.
Can we show that in close up? Because that's really cool.
Yeah. So in general, we have the sword in the sheath right now. There you go. You can see the Master Sword has been
It's like a loose
safely
piece.
sewed
So you
away.
can be like, "Ka-chow."
right. Excellent stuff. So of course this piece goes beneath the cape piece, the sheath there, and then of course you can equip him with the sword, with the shield.
So the shield has quite a lot of options for how we can have him hold it.
Oh, really?
Yes. So the part there. So we have the front of the shield, which, by the way, as Adam already said, is amazing. It's the best shield I've seen, Hylian shield. So we have this part top is engraved, so it is not engraved. Sorry,
Hylian?
I did. Hylian.
I don't know if that's
it's
incorrect
not
or not.
It's incorrect.
To be honest with you, Hylian. What do you say? Let us know in the chat.
I've been humiliated.
No, no.
So this one, it has like little bits on the back that he can pop his arm through.
Right.
And one of them actually comes off, which is pretty crazy. So it's easier to get a full range of movement with him, depending on what you want him to be doing with the shield.
Yeah.
Or you can just pop it through his... There's like a little grip hand. This one, I think.
Right.
Which should be able to grip onto the shield so he can hold it.
So
we
could
it on
slot the shield onto his arm.
Yeah, so if you want to slot the shield onto the arm, there's a little visual guide on how to do that. Yeah, I have to say I'm really glad I picked this one up. Like, he looks amazing. I'm more of an Nendroid person normally, so like I do have a couple of Figmas but not very many, so I was really on the fence about this one. I was like, he looks amazing, but where's a Figma gonna go in my collection, like on my displays? And I ended up folding and getting him anyway because he looks absolutely amazing, and I'm really glad that I did because this is probably the nicest Figma that I've ever seen personally, like for my taste in figures. So I'm really glad to have this one. That is
the wrist piece.
The wrist piece. Oh, is there a
the
separate?
hand fell off.
Ah.
But that's okay. Perhaps you'd like to try applying it.
Give me the hand.
There we go.
I see. Bear with me.
So what you get with this Link is not just a really good figure of Link in general, but actually, you know, we look at this figure and we think, you know, which version of Link are we going to get next, you know? Design-wise, but also figure-wise, Figma-wise. You know, this is, like, of course, the latest Link design in terms of chronologically canon, you know, that kind of thing. But what kind of design will they create next? Of course, throughout the Figma series, I believe we've had Twilight Princess Link has received a Figma, right? And there's been a few other variants of Link, maybe Young Link from Ocarina of Time, I know had a Nendroid, and there was Nendroids of different types of Link. We had a Nendroid of this style from Breath of the Wild as well. But of course, what we're finding with Figma is that, you know, they're adapting the designs that the fans want, right?
Oh,
So what I'm wondering is, what Link are we going to see next? And also, what kind of Link do you want to see next, right? So we're attaching the shield piece now.
Bear with me, this is a very complex Figma.
Yeah.
Which is good, that's what I want, because then I have a lot of options for, you know, building.
But it's like, you know, we need a husband for our bride here, right? That's why we're doing this.
What about Zelda?
What about Zelda?
Oh my god. You hear that? He said, what about Zelda?
What about Zelda?
He's like 1 meter away from New Jersey, and he's like, Zelda who? I don't know who that is.
So
I'm so bad with fiddly pieces, everybody. I'm so sorry.
Georgia is currently attaching the shield piece, the shield hand.
Georgia is currently trying to attach the shield hand.
And that's okay, because I'm going to field more questions from the chat here. So LTPody66 says, I'm really into Figmas, currently have 117.
Whoa!
So I had to get the version with extra accessories. The One-Winged Angel says, I hope you'll unbox Azur Lane Hazy Moon Shinao.
Oh, that one is nice. That one
Shinano.
is nice.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one,
I've
Adam?
seen that one before, and I think, yeah, I mean, maybe we can do an unboxing for that.
Or maybe you can convince me to buy it.
Yeah. So Slytherin Reviews says, I will keep everything in the box, including Link.
Do you do that with all your figures? Do you keep everything boxed?
Right.
Or is it just Link?
Me
Is he
personally,
special?
I display figures, right?
You do.
I'm not necessarily one to keep them in the box. Sometimes, you know, with certain figures, maybe if it's special enough, I might keep it in the box. But I've really only done that with a handful of figures.
Let me just pulling it off again.
So Summer Gun asks, can the shield also attach to the back too?
Yes, I think it can.
It definitely can.
Yeah, using the same like connection where the sword is.
Right. So you can attach both the shield and the sword, and you can have both.
Yes, and you can also have the shield worn like around his arm like this, instead of him like physically holding it.
Right.
So I'm gonna take off the cape so we can try to attach the
Try and
shield
attach the shield on the back. Yeah.
Yes. This Figma is so sturdy. This is not something that's gonna fall apart easily because I'm having to really work these pieces out.
Right. So, of course, Shiki MX asked about the expressions earlier on. And as you said, you know, for Link, this seems like the right number of expressions. But, you know, of course, when we're creating different figure poses and stuff like that, it might be nice to have some more expressions in the future. So, in general, you know, Figmas, I think usually they tend to come with at least one additional face piece, right? But what we can also see with kind of newer Figma releases is that some of them, if they have less accessories, they have more face pieces. I guess the question I have is, for those in the chat, would you like to see figures with more accessories and less face pieces, or less face pieces and more accessories? That's the trade-off. That's always the trade-off.
I fear I have misplaced a piece.
Misplaced a piece.
I think I have...
One of these small ball joints, perhaps?
I'm looking for this guy here.
Yeah.
F. That thing. Because that will allow us to pop it into the shield and then we can stick it on the back.
Yeah.
Maybe I opened the packets a little too heavy-handed earlier.
Maybe you did.
Oh no.
But that's okay. For now, I think we've got a real solid Figma Link. We don't need the cape. We don't need the shield. Oh, you found the piece?
I did not. So you can, I think I mentioned this earlier, like take the pieces of the shield off the back to make it easier to, you know, put him on the back when I find where I put the piece that is needed to do that, or to put it on his arm so you can like attach it around it instead of trying to like slip it in.
Right.
Or have him hold it, whatever it is that you want him to do with it, which is really cool. I really like how flexible this is.
Yeah.
Like not like literally flexible, but like it is not very flexible.
Not literally flexible.
Not like but flexible like you.
So Slither Reviews says, I have some of the smaller Power Rangers that got reissued by Hasbro and they are in my box. My Funko Pops are still in box with 3 Rock Candy figures. They said, I also forgot my World of Zootopia figure set and the crossover Hasbro figures in pony form. Thank you for sharing that, Slither Nuts. That's pretty interesting.
Wow, so you really like to keep everything boxed up, huh? I'm very 50-50.
Right, I prefer to display stuff generally.
For me, it really depends. Like, I have a couple of Nendroids that I've never taken out the box because, for whatever reason, I really like how those boxes look. Yeah. If it's a prize figure, 100% of the time, it's coming out of the box. It's going to get displayed.
Yeah.
Scale figures, if it has a window, I might keep it boxed. Yeah. Yeah. But if it doesn't, like Jersey, 100% she was going to get unboxed the second I was allowed. And I had to wait to unbox her because I picked her up and I said, look at this lovely figure I've got. And they said, why don't you open it on stream? And that was a week ago. So I've been staring longingly at her box. Yeah. And then, a couple of days later, oh, I picked up Figma Link. Oh, let's open it on stream. So
Shiki MX says, no, just like with the gunplay, you need to be careful of the pieces void. It will disappear out of this realm.
You're so right. It's like
when you're using an Apple Pen and then you put it down and it just evaporates into the blanket.
That's true.
You've had that experience, right?
All the time. I draw as a hobby, and whenever I put down my Apple Pen from my iPad, it goes to a different dimension. Yeah. And it will only return to me when it's ready. So
Slytherin Review says, Shiki MX, I can agree with that. I can agree with that too. I think we can all agree with that a little bit, right?
I'm always really interested in how other people display their figures. I know we have a couple people who work with us who always make like big dioramas and things like that. And I've always wanted to be a diorama girly, but I've never had the confidence.
Making dioramas, it's a whole process, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been told.
Yeah, but for the core of the stream, I want to kind of recap where we're at because we're just about an hour now. And so overall, I want to re-emphasize about this Azur Lane, New Jersey Snow White ceremony figure. So as you can see in the pinned comment right now, you can save 5% on shipping everything if you use the code AzurBride5 at the checkout. And this amazing figure here, if that's in your basket, you will get 5% off your shipping on everything that's in your basket if you buy this amazing figure. And we've also got lots of Figma Link in stock and available as well. So we've got 2 unique figures here that are in stock and available, ready for you to ship today. You can actually buy these together as a fun set to remember the excellent time you had on this stream. But also, you know, of course, people who are into Azur Lane are not necessarily going to be the people who are into Figma Link.
Speak for yourself.
Maybe there's crossover, right? Maybe there's crossover.
There he is. He's down on one knee.
Thank you to everyone who joined us in the chat today, and we will see you again soon.
We will. I still have a bunch more figures I brought with me that we ran out of time to show off. Yeah. So we'll have to do that next time.
So, to recap, 5% off shipping on everything in the basket when you use the code AzurBride5 at the checkout. And yeah, we're going to be wrapping up soon, I think. But for now, we'll just say goodbye, and then we'll switch to a fun sound only mode, perhaps.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
And thank you, everyone who came to the stream today. We'll be back next week.